Assalamu alaikum. Get it out the mud, huh? Early in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Bearclaw, remember when you and Sleepwalk was talking all that shit? Talking that shit, talking about I got whooped in the penitentiary every day, got beat down in the penitentiary every day. Remember that? Remember that you guys called the Muslims talking that shit, knowing y'all was talking to the same individuals that was up in there with me? Remember that? Remember that, Bearclaw? Remember you was talking all that shit to the point where you thought you was really somebody around there, that you was a joint around there, not understanding that you was, first of all, you was being used on its highest level. You wasn't standing on no type of business. You was a yes man, you was a boy, and you was all them type of things, man, that's unbecoming of a man. And now you got to the point where your daddy is in trouble, and he brought you along to get in that trouble. And know what you doing? You backpedaling, you pointing the finger, and you're not standing on the business that you think you're standing on. First of all, bro, I don't even know you, dude. Don't know you, don't care to know you. I know you's a punk, I know you's a buster, I know you's a coward. I know that for a fact. I know that for sure. I know you're not one of them type of dudes that be on the front line. I know you're not one of them type of dudes that know how to squabble. I know you just not one of them type of dudes, bro. You're not built like that. I just know you's a dude, bro, that you done got yourself in some trouble, and now you run around there, you was masturbating at the mouth. Now you run around there right now, you scared, you don't know what to do, you don't know who to trust. Hey, man, this what happened, brother. You know, when you sit there and you mess over a good thing that you created. You let somebody else come in there and take over something that you created and running it to the mud. It was supposed to be used for something good, but you let these individuals run in the mud. And now you in trouble. Now you want to point the finger. Now you want to sit up there and cry about it. Hey, man up, bro. Man up on every level. Go in there and deal what you got to deal with. And if you gonna go out, bro, you better go out with a bang, man. You know, because you ain't gonna be able to stop there, man. Once you go up in there and debrief, you're not gonna be able to stop there, bro. And I know for a certainty, for a fact, if you already debrief, you done told on a whole lot of shit. You done let them know everything about so many individuals around there. You know a whole lot of shit. You know, you know a lot of dead bodies at. You know who did what. You know who did this. And this is why these dudes run around there scared, bro. They scared, man. You guys have got in trouble. Now, ain't no telling who else they gonna pick up around there. Hey, man. Man up, bro. Assalamu alaikum.
Bearclaw, y'all can't separate yourself. You can't go file no motion for no continuance. Don't you know I was in court? I was in court when y'all tried to get more time because y'all didn't have your discovery. The paperwork states y'all got discovery. So you can't separate yourself now. You wasn't separating yourself when y'all was getting them checks. You wasn't separating yourself when you was listed as a vice president. Like, you listen, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Why are y'all
on the federal prison in the near future? Y'all definitely need to know who these dudes right here is. The Washington D.C. car. Now, before I tell y'all about these wild ass dudes, I'ma first tell you the basic things that you need to know about them. Now, first off, when it comes to the Washington D.C. car, they're most definitely the biggest and the deepest car in the whole BOP by far. Because I know most of y'all probably don't even know this about Washington D.C. If you catch a case in Washington D.C. alone, you're going to go federal, bruh. As long as you receive a sentence over a year and a day in prison. So I don't care if you receive a 3-year sentence in prison over multiple DUI charges. Your drunk ass is definitely going to federal prison over those charges. But let me tell you now, as for the Washington D.C. car, the Washington D.C. car, they got a good name and a bad name in federal prison. And as for the good name surrounding these dudes, I'm gonna give them their credit off the dribble, bruh. They definitely play with them knives in prison, bruh. and they stand on straight business, bruh. They want all the smoke. They ain't tucking their tail for nothing. And I'm letting you know off rip, bruh. If you ever find yourself beefing with one, just know you ain't about to be no one-on-ones, bruh. You ain't about to get no one-on-one with that dude. It's gonna be a 20 versus 1 off the dribble. They definitely ride together.